Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on Tuesday in Abeokuta insisted that he served meticulously former Lagos State Governor Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and others in their difficult moments. Osinbajo, during a courtesy visit to the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland in Abeokuta, waved aside the betrayal toga from a faction of the APC, saying he never betrayed those he served in his previous appointments. Daily Champion recalled that VP Osinbajo served under former Attorney General of the Federation, Prince Bola Ajibola, in 1988 as special advisor, and under former Lagos State Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu as Commissioner for Justice. The Vice President said he was not in the state to campaign but to inform his people of his intention to run for the office of the president. Professor Osinbajo said he had consulted widely across sections of the society, including with President Muhammadu Buhari, before he threw his hat into the ring to succeed his boss. Recounting his contributions to the present federal government, Osinbajo said he was actively involved in the judicial reforms and is repositioning to work optimally and ensure that judges are adequately enumerated. He said his work with President Buhari has exposed him to governance at the highest level and placed him in a position to tackle serious issues concerning economy, security, among others. The vice president's position is an opportunity to serve, and I have served with utmost loyalty. I put everything into my work. I am a candidate who will hit the ground running when I am elected. I have the requisite knowledge to do the job and building on what others have put in place. My presidency will bring peace, unity, and development to the country, the VP said. When the opportunity now arose from me whether to decide or not to run as president of Nigeria, I have only one question to ask myself: whether I will be faithful to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to serve with all my heart. That is the only question I ask myself, and because I have served others, I have served in various capacities, I gave everything. There is no one out of those I've served under. For instance, I've served under Prince Bola Ajibola when he was Attorney General. I was one of those four advisors. I want to say that every one of those people I have served was in their most difficult moments. I am not talking about when everything is doing well, but in their most difficult moments even when their jobs were threatened, and sometimes even when their lives were threatened, I was always with them. Sometimes I was the only one standing with them. I cannot go into details for confidentiality reason, but that is the truth. Nothing but the truth. Not one of them can in truth say I have not stood with them in their most difficult moments. Today, all that I am required to do is to offer that same service, the same level of loyalty and humility to my nation, Nigeria, our generation and the generation coming. Meanwhile, Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State has declared that the state would support the presidential ambition of the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, to enable him continue with some of the laudable projects of the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration. He said some. But Shibajo said he will continue from where he stopped. Now, you guys have to choose your words carefully. Speaking at a stakeholders meeting with the VP and head at the Akarigbo Palace, Shagamu, the Alake Palace in Abeokuta, and the Presidential Lodge, Ibara, Abeokuta, as well as the Palace of Olu of Ilaro and Paramount Ruler of Yewa Land, Abiodun said Osinbajo in the last 7 years has contributed to the many successes recorded by the federal government, noting he is eminently qualified to lead the country. The vice president present here present here is homecoming. We are pleased with his decision to run for the office of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, of office of the president. He is competent and committed to lead the country in a higher capacity. Meanwhile, the Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun has declared that the state would support the presidential ambition of the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, to enable him continue with some of the laudable projects of the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration. Speaking at a stakeholders meeting with the VP and head at the Akaribu Palace, Shagam, the Alake Palace in Abeokuta, and the Presidential Lodge, Ibara, Abeokuta, as well as the Palace of Ilaru and Paramount ruler of Yewa land. Your steadfastness, integrity, and character are all known. You are serving this country and the president meritoriously for the last 7 years as the vice president. We have no doubt that you will do well as the president and we will support you, Abiodun stated. The governor, who extolled the VP's academic exploits, recalled how he stood behind his gubernatorial election and described him as a man who is interested in fairness, justice, equity, and the rule of law. In his speech, the vice president said he was not in the state to campaign but to inform his people of his intention to run for the office of the president. Professor Osinbajo said he had consulted widely across sections of the society, including the president Muhammadu Buhari, before he threw his ass into the ring. You can imagine. You can imagine, you can imagine, you can imagine. Of course, it is well said. All of those who are saying blah, 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 blah. According to what he said, and I've heard it even before he said it from Ruben Abati. He served before even 1999 issue came up. That was not 1988. Well, everybody should do what they want. At the end of the day, you that you are saying is a betrayer. At the end of the day, it is only the party that will be able to do the needful. After then, you can now know whether you are going to vote for whosoever that has been presented at the end of the day. Betrayer, Judas Iscariot of our time. Who did he betray? How? Because he is contesting with Tinubu, Abi. So you, Tinubu, is the best candidate for rights for right stop. So for what you think that well, how you think that it's going to go well, how this country is going to go well, you think Tinubu is the right person? He will fail. Kidnappings will continue under him. Are you God? And you are serving Buhari at his difficult time too. We are tired of difficulty, so leave the stage with your cause. Go ahead. You are the chairman of the Economic Council and you failed. Even in other reforms as you have failed. Also in security, you and your oga failed. You still want to come and rule us again, bro? You have failed on arrival. Obasanjo says, don't reinforce failure. Yes, God willing, you are the next president of this nation, Nigeria. All of them are beginning to speak now. He served them in their difficult times. So if they want to dig out all these things that these guys did when they were there, that means, just like somebody said, you are still serving Buhari in his difficult times. Even when you are supposed to say the truth, you keep quiet. When people were accusing Tinubu left, right, and center of some of the wrongdoings, you kept quiet. You supported them. You supported it. Now, as I told you, patch. Well, just like I said, all of you should do whatever you want to do in your party, and let us see who you want to present before Nigerians can now decide what to do at the end of the day. So, guys, we've heard from him. Let's know your thoughts concerning what he said.